I never thought I'd hear that Power Rangers would be moving away from New Zealand after Cosmic Fury. Now, New Zealand is one of the best places for filming, but I think over the years now, we've kind of had the same sort of locations. Everything has been the same. I think the move would probably do it really well. Now, let's kind of talk about this. How do we know this news? So, Joe over at the Illuminati, he tweeted out, "I spoke with someone last night that informed me that Cosmic Fury would be the last Power Rangers season filmed in New Zealand." Now, I generally find this very interesting because a lot of people are now going to speculate. Is it just going to move over to America? Is it going to go somewhere else? Are they going to be continuing to make Power Rangers? Now, one of my biggest things that I'm imagining is that if it's all about the reboot after Cosmic Fury and we're moving into that, I think right now we could be looking at it could move to Canada. And normally I would write all of this out in a script, so I'm just freelancing. I'm just literally throwing like my ideas out there. Now, personally, I think that if we're going with the Jonathan Entwistle, things are still going on as normal. Though the fact is that they don't want to have to cut everybody who's working on there to move over to New Zealand for X amount of time, then having to come back and do little things like that. So I kind of think that if this moves to the location of where Jonathan Entwistle is, if that's Canada, like for some strange reason, I really want to kind of think this is moving to Canada because maybe it's cheaper over there. Maybe the area looks 10 times better than what we've got. And maybe this is a big move saying that like they don't want the same thing happening over and over and over again. Oh look, like we're having a reboot, but we're still in the same area. Oh well, look, we've got the reboot and we've still got the same sort of like stuff that's happening here. I don't know. I was trying to add a second thing there, but generally just thinking about it all moving out there is something big. Like it's been like that for such a long time because they moved Power Rangers over to film in New Zealand because it was cheaper. It was probably more like, I'd probably say a little bit more like Japan in some sort of way. Like you could kind of easily kind of match the footage. But now obviously with this reboot, it could be something completely different now. And I feel like this is a change. Like a lot of people could still be freaking out about this. Could be freaking out going like, oh my god, like, it's like this. So far, we have no idea what's happening in 2024. We have no idea, which to me is it's kind of good and bad because I've made a video on this talking that if we don't get anything for a year, maybe they'll end up kind of having more time to work on this. They take a year, maybe 2 years off. They work on this reboot. They get it down. They get it all filmed, done, and kind of like sent off that way. That's what I kind of feel would be the way that they're doing it. So I think moving out to New Zealand sucks for like how much money that New Zealand gets from these production companies, the economy and all that. And I do kind of like think that's a really shitty thing at the same time. But I do kind of think that, maybe Hasbro's looked at this and gone, okay, well, we need to take this out. We need to make sure that this isn't like the worst. Like, there's tons of stuff. So I'm kind of wondering if that's the case, like right there, and that's the way forward for it. So yeah, I'm just kind of wondering, what do you all think about this? Do you feel like them moving Power Rangers outside of New Zealand to another where would you want it to be filmed? And kind of, if you're gonna answer this one, give me good answers, not just like America. Like whereabouts in America? Where would you like it to be filmed? Because again, it's going to be expensive. But ideally, what do you think about this? Let me know down below in those comments. And again, I think Vancouver. Stick it where the CW is. Like that seems to be like 10 times better. There we go. Stick it out there. So we get a little bit more of the Flash. Anyway, I am going to leave it there. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. And we're back with more Power Ranger news much later on. I'll catch you in the bit. I want to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, and I wanted to shout out Kimono Cat. Your help does go a long way to support the channel, and if you want to consider helping the channel, then links to my Patreon as well as the channel members are listed below.
あらあら、チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。